How you guys doing? Thank you for joining us on ESPN The Ocho. I am Jose Scott. Thanks for tuning in. If you're just tuning in here, they had just finished the game over in St. Louis. Red Sox won. They're one game out of the winning the World Series, which they probably won't win. You know, St. Louis will come back, so on and so forth. But we'll get to that, here in a second with more important news. We got fantasy football, fantasy football updates here. What we got going on here is we got injuries. An injury report has just come up fresh today. We got to make sure you guys have all the injury updates for your lineups. First things first. We got 6 bye weeks this week, so make sure you're on the waiver wires, because if you do not have those waivers in, those claims in by now, likely you're going to lose your shit. I'm just saying, okay? Just make sure you're on. Injuries, let's see here. We got James Jones. James Jones was limited in practice today. He did practice about half of the day or so. He's still questionable for Monday, so if you got him, make sure you got somebody you can start for him on Monday. Arian Foster was limited as well. He's still banged up. He's saying he's going to be ready with that hamstring for Sunday night, but you never know. Also questionable game time decision. Doug Martin has, they definitely not too much update on that one. They're still saying 2 to 8 weeks, which is kind of the thing when you get the cable company say they're going to come out between 9 and 5. You know what I mean? So he's probably done for the season at this point. He should be on IR, if anything. Jimmy Graham was did not practice today. He is still sore, still kind of nursing that whatever the hell he's nursing on his leg or something like that. It's a weird name to pronounce. I'm not a doctor, okay? Anyways, he's expected to play, same thing as last week, limited snaps, so on and so forth. Mohamed Sanu for the Bengals is definitely out for today's game. So make sure you got somebody to sub him out. So A.J. Green will be seeing more targets. That's right, A.J. Green will be seeing more targets. DeMarco Murray had a full practice today. He's looking like he's going to be good to go for Sunday's game, which is good news because he's been out for the last 2 weeks. Jamal Charles is still nursing that knee, but he's saying he should be ready for Sunday. No questions asked. Nick Foles is going to get the start. Michael Vick is out. He's always fucking hurt. When you drafted him, you knew damn well he was going to be hurt. So you make sure you have a backup. But his concussions cleared the symptoms and all that. So he should be good to go. Sidney Rice is injury-prone ass, is always hurt every year. The only reason he's with Seattle is because of Brett Favre. He gave him, the year when Brett Favre was over there. Made him look good, made him get some money, but this fucking guy's always hurt. He's out for the season. He's on IR. You can get rid of his ass. Zach Stacy, he's still day-to-day. You don't know if he's going to be able to make it for this week's game. So just kind of have somebody on standby, maybe Richardson or something like that, to take his place that day. We also got Mike Williams. Mike Williams is out for the season on IR with the hamstring. So he's done ski. I think Tampa Bay's done ski. That whole fucking team's trash. I think they're up there with the Jaguars. Let's just say that. Percy Harvin did have a setback, so he won't be going this week, but he should be going next week. So also keep him on your bench. Don't run away from Percy yet. He should be back. He just had a minor setback. Nothing big. Last but not least, Deshaun Jackson. You Deshaun Jackson owners, man, you better have a backup plan, because he's definitely limping around. He's got a tweaked ankle, according to Chip Kelly. Good old Chip, He was limited in practice today, still questionable for Sunday's game. He's definitely questionable. Bye weeks. Get back to that real quick. Bye weeks. We also have the Jacksonville Jaguars on a bye week. The Niners, Denver Broncos. They're trying to get healthy. Peyton Manning's freaking jackass. Peyton Manning trying to get healthy with that fucking ankle, whatever he's nursing and shit. The Lions, the Detroit damn Lions. Arizona damn near needs a fucking bye week. And then the Giants, of all people, really need a bye week. They need to figure out their running back situation. Bringing guys off the couch and shit. Trash, just nothing but trash over there. And as soon as we get back, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to go ahead and talk about rankings and stuff like that for you guys. What is this? The Street League. That's right. The Street League. Pretty dope league, you know what I mean? If Jose Scott could be in it, he'd be in it, but Commission has strict rules about that, about expert analysts, getting on there. So we'll be right back.
I'm gonna grab some more munchies. Be back in a sec. Cool.
What's up, Clay Matthews? You want a piece of me?
I see you met my Clay Matthews fathead.
Real big fathead. Get yours at fathead.com.
Good to have you back. I'm Jose Scott, once again on ESPN The Ocho. Let's get into the rankings here. We got the East and the West side rankings as well. The divisions, the two divisions. We're going to start with matchups this week. This week we got Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Is kind of, on a losing streak here. He's going up against Fuck Your Crew. Fuck Your Crew wants to fuck Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood up. You know what I'm saying? So set your lineups. We got the Scum of the Earth, which is... My biggest question is, anybody notice this fucking Scum's picture on his profile? Like, what the fuck is up with that, man? Is that racist or what the fuck is that? Anyway, he's going against... Sorry, Fred Jackson. And that team right there just going down the hill. From what I know, these guys might be getting the Drop a Deuce trophy again, that shit trophy, that plunger, twice within 3 years. So I hope you set your lineup. I hope you're not getting that damn thing again. We also got Domination. Domination's kind of been up and down, but he's got a pretty decent record. And going against I Got Woodley, so apparently he wants to give him some wood. He wants to lay the wood down there. Pretty good matchup there. We also got Winning Is My Forte, which this guy right here should definitely be winning. He's on a 5-game winning streak, most in the league right now. He was actually 0-3 before he went on that, so that tells you something. He woke up, maybe. We got Joe Buck Yourself. She's not doing much bucking right now. Her record's kind of been demolished after the first 3 weeks of the season. She's kind of the opposite right now. She needs to step her game up, you know what I'm saying? Kid or not. We also got the matchup of the week is Big Girls Don't Cry going against the champion. Yes, the champion. This guy right here is won, looks like the crown 2 years in a row. That's got to tell you something. But he's been up and down this year, but he's doing okay. It looks like Big Girls Don't Cry. Big Gores, I'm sorry, Don't Cry is actually quite the dominant one this year. But one fact you guys should know, that this matchup every year, she's yet to be the champion to this date. So can she pull it off this week? I'm going to say no, that type of stat is really, kind of gets into the team. It kind of gets in the opponent's head, I doubt they'll be able to pull out the win, but you never know, she might be able to squeak something out or some garbage time touchdown or vultures or something like that, Let's get into the standings and the rankings and shit. Let's see, we got the East Siders. Let's see who's on the top of the East Siders. We got the I Got Woodley up there with 4-4 record with the 1-game winning streak. I mean, he's doing not bad. He's got quite a bit of points scored this year. Not doing too bad. He's 3-1 in the division. He's definitely got to keep it up to have the number 2 guy. He's right on his heels in that division. The champion's right there actually at the number 2 spot in that division. He just lost last week to a tough one. Everybody was on bye weeks and stuff like that. So make sure you got your bye week broskies. He's coming up. He's actually got the most points scored in that division. So that's got to tell you something. He's just been having shitty matchups. Also, it's got one of the most highest points scored against them, you know. But let's see. Number 3 is Fuck Your Crew. He's been stepping his game up from last year. He's actually the current holder of the Drop the Deuce Shit on You trophy. So Fuck Your Crew. Make sure you got that right on the mantle, ready to give you that trophy up to this year to the loser of the league. Joe Buck yourself, she's runner up there in 4th with kind of a 3-game losing streak like we talked about earlier. She's got to get more points producing from her players. Sarfred Jackson is dead last in that division and potentially looking at that shit trophy. Who we got on the west side? The west side is actually the dominant division right now. Like we said, a big growers don't cry. 6-2 right now, 6-2, dominating that division. She's actually got the most points scored in the whole league this year, so she's doing pretty good. She's actually had some injuries and stuff like that, so those might catch up. Domination's right on her heels with a 5-3 record, 1-game winning streak. He's right up there. Winning is my forte, 5-3, tied for 2nd place with him. Mr. Rogers Neighborhood right on the heels there, 4-4, and then we got a tie for 4th place, also Scum of the Earth. This guy was in 1st place about 2 weeks ago, and he's just been shit out of luck, you know what I mean? That's kind of hence the name Scum of the Earth, kind of scum between your toes, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's get into other news. The game last night, that Cardinals game, I should say, the Cardinals game was going on about a mile down, but St. Louis Rams and the Seattle Seahawks, they're playing their asses off, you know. But my biggest conflict with that game was that call that they actually got on Golden Tate for that celebration, that early premature celebration into the end zone when they threw the flag. We actually have a special guest we want to go to and ask him about this play in particular, because he's kind of very familiar with Seattle games and Golden Tate, we should say, you know. Kind of an expert in that field. But we're going to go ahead and see if we can get him on the air here. He should be picking up signal here in a second. He's live from somewhere in Seattle's, somebody's basement or something like that. I don't know what happened, but long story short, he's one of the refs that was at that game. Replacement refs, we should say. Let's see if we can get him on here. And now we have coming in one of the replacement refs from last year's Packer game and versus the Seahawks. We want to see what his output is on the game last night between the Rams and the Seattle Seahawks, the controversy call between Golden Tate and the Rams defender on him taunting him while he scored a touchdown. Let's see what he thinks. Am I on? Oh, sorry about that. Because this damn headset doesn't stay on. I just want to say thanks for having me on ESPN. Fox Sports, whatever the program is. I'm very grateful to be a part of it. I don't get many phone calls these days. Just happy to be here and things like that. And thanks for having me. Appreciate it very much, No, sir. We're not from ESPN. We're from ESPN.
My apologies.
The Ocho.
My apologies. Sorry about that.
With that said, we would like to know what your output is on that call last night on the ref throwing the flag on Golden Tate. What do you think of that?
Well, I don't think much of it, to be honest with you. I didn't really catch the game, just my situation. but I did hear about it, you know. But I would not throw the flag. Jesus Christ, no. Kidding me? They're playing in St. Louis too, when the St. Louis Cardinals had just lost, you know, in the World Series. No way. Why you ask? Well, they're in St. Louis, you know. It's kind of rough out there. Yeah, no way, Jose. You do all that, then you're not gonna look good when you leave that joint. You know, you might be cruising for a bruising. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Please enlighten us. What do you mean by hurt exactly? Why would the ref get hurt?
Well, you know, you got a lot of Seattle fans out there, you know, because obviously everybody was at the Cardinals game, you know, whatever, down the street, but all the Seattle fans are out, and I tell you what, you know, those guys are juveniles, and to say the least. You know, you do that, then if I went out to the parking lot after the game, my moped would have been gone, you know. You kidding me? Or bashed in, or whatever. I wouldn't have been able to get home that night. So there's no way I was making that call. You know?
Yes. We comprehend on what you're trying to say. So you're saying the only reason you made that call, that touchdown, indicated as a touchdown score, was because your ass was grass, or you were smoking grass?
Well, you're talking about grass. I don't know much about it, you know. Reefer maybe, but not grass. No. Well, yeah, pretty much, you know. Well, you just can't make it, you know. If they're at home and stuff like that, you can't do it. You got to watch out for your back, you know. You got to watch out for yourself first before anything, you know. You just can't do it. There's just no way in hell, goddammit.
That's strange words you used there for that call or for that situation. But, you know, speaking of blowing it, so when you went out to your car that day, or I'm sorry, your moped, everything was okay?
Oh yeah, everybody's high-fiving, you know, and invited me to their tailgate party and stuff like that. You know, they want me to come out, give me a couple of drinks, you know. I was out there with the after party and stuff like that, you know. Got a lot of love from Seattle, you know.
Well, that's good to know. Good to hear. Good to hear you're doing well. Well, in that case, we're going to go ahead and let you go and let you see if you can find some work and get you back out there, you know. And thank you for being on the show.
Thanks.
Oh, thank God. Good thing we cut that guy off, man. I couldn't stand that damn guy talking again, you know. Always talking, always rambling and shit. That one damn game, he always talking about the same game. Anyways, don't know why we had him on here, but that's probably about to do it for your guys' ESPN The Ocho update. Stay tuned and set your lineups, and don't forget, check injuries. Deuces.